PopularMMOS, known to fans as Pat, is an American YouTuber who rose to fame creating Minecraft content. With over 17 million subscribers, he became one of the platform's most iconic gaming personalities. For years, he shared the screen with his wife Jen, building a beloved legacy together. But after their divorce, Pat's life took a dramatic turn. What followed was a turbulent descent marked by public breakups, alcoholism, arrests, and personal struggles that shocked his audience. Once celebrated as a pillar of the Minecraft community, Pat's fall from grace became one of the most unexpected stories in YouTube history. This is the story of PopularMMOS. PopularMMOS, whose real name is Patrick Julian L., was born on November 25, 1988 in Connecticut, United States. As a child, Pat described himself as being a bully during his elementary school years, often picking on other kids, which ultimately left him friendless. His misbehavior was so disruptive that at one time it even led to him getting suspended.
I was like a huge bully in elementary school for some reason. I wouldn't say I had a lot of friends in elementary school. Dude, I got suspended in elementary school. Who gets suspended in elementary school?
Honestly, I don't have an answer for that one.
Pat didn't begin treating students more kindly until he reached middle school. Around that time, he started dabbling in sports, first giving basketball a try, and later trying out American football in high school. However, he eventually stepped away from team sports, realizing they weren't really his thing as he could never improve his skills. Instead, he found a genuine passion for powerlifting, which suited him much better.
In high school, okay, so I was very into weightlifting at that time in high school.
Yeah, I want to dive into how crazy your fucking high school was, dude.
Okay, so I did sign up for football. I did the first day of football. It was like an 8-hour practice or something. It was so long. Oh my, it was ridiculous. Why were we so bad? I don't know. Probably because we were exhausted. But no, dude, I didn't really do sports because I was so into powerlifting. That's when I competed in powerlifting, was in high school.
Pat's passion for powerlifting left him disengaged from other school subjects, and as a result, he put little effort into school. His lack of interest translated into him receiving poor grades, and by the time he graduated high school, he graduated among the bottom 5 students in his class. While completing community service at a local animal shelter in order to graduate high school, Pat met Jennifer Lynn, someone who conveniently lived just down the street from him, although the two didn't begin dating until a few years later. At around the age of 18, Pat became deeply immersed in the world of poker. He was so hooked that he reportedly spent up to 8 hours a day playing online, effectively turning himself into a professional level player as he raked in a significant amount of cash. However, Pat's poker career eventually came to an end, as according to him, it was due to a 2011 decision by the US President Barack Obama, which he claims led to a ban on online gambling.
So I used to play quite a bit, 8 hours a day, and made a good amount of money playing poker as I was a kid. I was 17, 18 years old.
Hey, that's crazy that you can make over $5,000 in one.
But I just want to say one thing. F*** you, Obama. He literally banned online gambling in the US when I was getting good at it and making money. And everyone that was a professional poker player had to move to other countries. I was 18. I couldn't move to another country, Obama.
With his gambling career behind him, Pat found himself uncertain about his next steps in life. He decided to pursue college, but his poor grades in high school made it extremely difficult for any institution to accept him. Eventually, he enrolled in a community college with a notoriously low graduation rate, just 20%, and spent 2 years there trying to find a new direction. Due to Pat's passion in powerlifting, the first subject he chose to study was exercise science. Pat ultimately dropped the subject because it involved frequent social interaction with other students, something he struggled with due to severe anxiety.
So I went there, I did exercise science. I have pretty bad anxiety, so oh my god, I hate the first day. Every time they're like, hey, go up, introduce yourself in front of the class. I'm like,
I hated the icebreakers, yeah.
No, so what I started doing is I just wouldn't show up the first week to ignore that. No, I wouldn't. I didn't show up, and then what I would do instead is I would transfer my class and be like, oh, I wasn't there the first week because I transferred my class. So I would just I'd be transferring around. I'd be telling my parents I'm going to school. Sorry, Mom. I would sit on a bench for 8 hours, and then I would come home.
Hoping to avoid social interaction, Pat initially chose to study mathematics. However, after just a year, he lost interest, realizing that the career paths tied to a maths degree didn't appeal to him. He then switched to liberal arts, yet it was short-lived as not long after, Pat was expelled from college due to continued poor academic performance.
There was 2 things you could become with a mathematics degree. And I was like, all right, yeah. And then after a year of that, I was like, I'm switching again. Dude, then I switched to liberal arts. You know what that is, right? Then a couple years later, I got expelled from college. So the weird thing, and this is like an American thing that I found out. So you can be expelled from having bad grades.
Determined to get back into college, Pat turned to the website ratemyprofessors.com to find the easiest professors to teach him and enrolled part-time. His plan paid off as he performed well that semester and was eventually allowed to re-enroll to college. Yet after re-enrolling, switched his course again, this time to psychology. During his college years while studying psychology, Pat developed a strong interest in gaming, spending time on titles like RuneScape, Atlantica, and World of Warcraft. Inspired by his passion for massively multiplayer online games, he launched a gaming news website called PopularMMOS.com. However, when the site struggled to attract attention, Pat pivoted to YouTube, officially creating the Popular MMOs channel on April 17th, 2012.
Well, when I started with gaming reviews, and the reason I started with them was because I made a website. I was like, I'm gonna make a website, and it's PopularMMOS.com. Other than that, I mean, I have a lot of gaming reviews on there, but no one really looks at those. I actually started YouTube because I thought it would complement my website well, but then that didn't go so well. So I was like, people watch people play games. I want to play games, just play through them, and that seemed like a really fun idea. So I went with that instead. And I was like, screw the website. I don't care.
Pat uploaded his first video on the game RuneScape on May 9th, nearly a month after launching his channel. In the first 4 months, he struggled to attract viewers and even resorted to messaging people directly to check out his content, though he eventually stopped out of concern for violating community guidelines. Over time, his videos began to gain slow but steady traction. Despite his initial hopes, the audience showed little interest in visiting his gaming news website, prompting Pat to shift his focus entirely to YouTube. That same year, an indie game called Minecraft was rapidly gaining popularity, with thousands of videos being made on the title. Recognizing the trend, Pat transitioned into creating and uploading Minecraft content, launching his first ever survival series on June 21st.
What's up guys, it's Pat and I'm doing a Let's Play series for Minecraft. And I am basically brand new to this game, just wanted to point that out. I've jumped into the game a little bit. I decided to purchase this game because, this looks like a pretty cool game. I mostly just, review games, so I've never even commentated a Let's Play type video before, so hopefully that'll go okay.
Pat's daily routine soon revolved around hitting the gym daily, keeping up with college assignments, and producing 3 videos a day for his channel. As his YouTube popularity grew, he was finally able to monetize his content, bringing in a modest stream of income.
What is your goal with YouTube? Of course, to get more popular, more viewers, and just get better, I think that's everyone's goal, though, with YouTube.
Pat eventually started designing his own custom thumbnails, adding a personal touch to his growing channel. By 2013, Minecraft mods had surged in popularity, with dozens of YouTubers showcasing modded content. Pat explored this trend through mod reviews and a modded survival series titled Epic Proportions. But what truly set him apart was his decision to launch a unique series called Mob Battles, uploading the first episode on April 1st, 2013. In each video, he placed 2 powerful modded mobs into his iconic arena and had them face off in combat. This fresh concept helped distinguish Pat from other creators, fueling rapid channel growth and leading him to reach 100,000 subscribers by August 21st.
And today's a very special day. We finally hit 100,000 subscribers. Honestly, I can't believe it, and I just wanted to say thank you so much to you guys.
During this time, Pat finally graduated college at the age of 24 and continued making YouTube videos full time. Jen, Pat's girlfriend, who he had still been with, launched her own YouTube channel, Gaming with Jen, in November 2012, primarily featuring collaborative videos with Pat. Their first joint series, being a Skyblock challenge, was uploaded in August 2012 on Pat's channel. Thanks to their engaging chemistry, both channels grew together, each benefiting from the other's audience. Like many Minecraft YouTubers who introduced recurring characters such as Elfily for Stampy and Dr. Trioris with DanTDM, Pat's channel featured Jen as a central character in his content.
Hey, what's up guys? It is Pat and welcome to our Skyblock series. So today I have with me my girlfriend Jen.
Hey guys.
And what we're going to be doing is a bunch of different challenges in Skyblock.
Consistency is key to growing on YouTube, and Pat took it to the next level by uploading twice daily. By consistently posting content around a rapidly growing game, his channel gained massive momentum, feeding the algorithm and accelerating his rise in popularity. After consistently uploading hundreds of videos, Pat finally reached the 1 million subscriber milestone in June 2014.
Hey guys, it's Pat and welcome to a special video. That's right guys, we actually hit 1 million subscribers. I can't believe it. It's absolutely insane. And I really wanted to make this video to say thank you so much to every single one of you. Without your support and your help, there's no way we would have gotten this far. I mean, that is such a giant number. I have not met 1 million people in my life.
Not only did Pat reach 1 million subscribers, but also announced that he had got engaged with Jen.
Is Jen your girlfriend?
technically, no, I'm not your girlfriend anymore. We are now engaged.
Yeah, we're engaged. I posted it on Facebook a while ago, so I think a lot of people know about it. But yeah, she's not my sister.
I'm now his fiance.
Don't show them. They're going to think it's too small and slap me.
4 months after hitting 1 million subscribers, Pat doubled the number to 2 million subscribers.
And really, guys, I wanted to make this video and just say thanks so much. I know I said it already, but it's been so great, guys. I can't believe how quick my channel's been growing. Well, our channel, guys, it's all of us together. It's insane. 2 million people. That's a lot of people.
And 3 months after reaching 2 million subscribers, Pat increased his channel to 3 million subscribers. Just goes to show how rapidly he was growing in such a short time frame. 2015 was also the year Pat finally married Jen on May 16th.
Hey guys, it's Jen.
What's up, guys?
And we are in New York City because we just got engaged.
No,
we didn't.
Wait,
we just got married.
Wait! We got engaged a year ago! Were you here today?
Pat and Jen kept collaborating on videos, helping each other's channels grow at an impressive pace. After their marriage, Jen's channel surpassed 1 million subscribers, while Pat's soared to 10 million by January 1st, 2017. That same year, Pat and Jen moved into a mansion, a clear reflection on how far they'd come from their days as struggling college students. Pat and Jen's on-screen chemistry was so strong that Pat openly credited Jen as a key reason for his channel's success, saying it wouldn't have reached the same heights without her presence in his videos.
I'm pretty sure that my videos get about 40% less views if I post just by myself because Jen is so awesome.
Thank you so much.
So I probably have around 6 million subscribers and I'd be making this video right here, I'm checking the date right now, about 2018. Pretty sure.
During this time, Pat and Jen released a series of Minecraft-themed graphic novels. These books followed Pat and Jen on wild adventures filled with action, humor, and game-inspired challenges. Pat had achieved it all: an enormous YouTube channel, a devoted fan base, financial success, and a loving marriage. You think that nothing would possibly go wrong for him, but as the old saying goes, once you reach the top, the only direction left is down. By 2018, Pat and Jen's relationship had begun to sadly deteriorate. For nearly a year, both felt unhappy in each other's lives, realizing they had grown into very different people with differing goals and priorities. One major point of tension was Jen's desire to have children, while Pat didn't agree on the decision. After much back and forth, they ultimately decided to part ways, finalizing their divorce in 2019. It wasn't until several months later that Pat publicly addressed the breakup on his channel, as both had felt uneasy about announcing it right away. In their joint video, they shared that they remained close friends, intended to keep making content together, and were both much happier following the split.
Basically, a few months ago, we decided to break up.
Yes.
And it's been something that we've been thinking about probably for a year, maybe longer. We wanted to let you guys know we're okay.
Yeah, we're great. I mean, I don't know what to do.
You just ruined everything. I think if you force yourself to stay together when you're not happy, you're absolutely gonna end up hating each other.
And then we wouldn't have a good relationship, I don't think.
And then we would not be making videos at all. I can guarantee you guys that.
After their breakup, Pat and Jen stayed true to their word by continuing to make videos together. Still, many viewers sensed a shift in their dynamic, almost as if they were playing along for the audience, which was understandable given the two had just recently split. It was undoubtedly an unfortunate and unexpected turn of events. After the split, Pat began introducing other girls to play Minecraft in his videos, one of them being Haley.
Hey, what's up, dudes? It's Pat, and welcome back to another video. Today, my friend Haley is joining me.
Hi.
And his new girlfriend he met on Tinder, Elenni.
Hey, what's up, dudes? It's Pat, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today, I am going to be playing with my friend Elenni.
Hi.
Even though Pat kept Jen in his videos, his fanbase felt Pat was slowly replacing Jen with both Haley and Elenni. A video that caused Pat the most controversy was titled Minecraft Bed Wars with Elenni and ex-wife Jen vs me, which sparked controversy as it led to his girlfriend Elenni receiving hate and even death threats from the PopularMMOS fanbase, so extreme that it forced Pat to address it in a video.
I put up Minecraft Bed Wars with Elenni and ex-wife Jen versus me, and I had no idea it was gonna cause so much controversy, like so much. Jen called me after I put mine up, because I was gonna put mine up and then she was gonna put hers up, and then Elenni's was gonna go up last on my second channel, right? And Jen called me and to ask like about like the title, like, you know, how she was gonna set hers up and everything, because we usually talk about those kind of things. The second she called, I was like, people are really mad at me over the title because I wrote ex-wife Jen, and she goes, why, isn't that what I am? All my comments
every day are all about Jen. I don't know about you, but the date is May 3rd, 2020. We did break up over a year ago, and it's still constantly like all over my channel and everything like that. So I just want people to be aware, and I feel like the only way to do that would be to put things like this, like, you know, in the title, and when people become aware of something, they become more comfortable with it, because it's been a long time. We've moved on in our lives, and we're both completely happy.
Sadly for Pat, his plea to end the harassment didn't stop the ongoing attacks against Elenni. The situation escalated to the point where Pat felt compelled to address it in multiple follow-up videos. The backlash became so intense that he even brought Jen into one of his videos, asking viewers directly to stop targeting Elenni.
I just wanted to say to stop being mean to Elenni. Stop being so hateful. There's already so much hate going on in the world right now, and it's just not needed. And you guys should stop.
All right, I have a few questions from the audience here. I went through the comments, I read the comments, and I'll ask for you.
Okay.
So, do you hate Elenni?
Oh my god.
Do you hate her?
No, I don't.
All right, are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure?
100% no.
They said you
she
hate her.
seems like a very nice girl.
Will we ever get back together?
No. Did I answer that too fast?
You answered it
No.
like fast and rude, honestly. To be perfectly honest, she goes, no. Is she replacing you on my channel?
No, she's not replacing me. No one's replacing me. We still make videos together.
How often do we make
still
videos?
Plan on making videos together for the forever.
The hate toward Elenni deeply affected Pat that instead of refusing to give the trolls attention, he just continued feeding them. 2020 also marked a shift in Pat's upload schedule, becoming increasingly unpredictable with stretches where he wouldn't post for weeks at a time. Pat and Elenni ended their relationship after a year together, with Pat soon entering a new one. Following the breakup, Elenni appeared to show little appreciation for what Pat had done for her. Later that year, she made several negative remarks about him on Instagram, making comments like, "He's an old, awkward, divorced man. The girl he's with is too good for him. After all his shit talking and bashing me, I want nothing to do with him. I wasn't saying anything bad about him in the comments and making up rumors like he is about me. I spoke the truth, and if no one likes the truth, then I don't know what to tell you." Fans were confused about what Elenni was speaking about, as she didn't clarify what rumors Pat was spreading about her. After making all these statements, Pat decided to release a video defending himself against his ex, showcasing screenshots of messages between himself and Elenni, revealing how she was falsely claiming that the two never dated, whereas Pat proved in his response that they in fact did.
You're spewing lies about us dating in the comments, not about recording at all. Literally, people keep sending me screenshots all confused, and I said, we did date, of course, because we did. And then she says to me, knowing that we spent a year together, that we didn't date. How does that even make any sense? Like, what is she even going with? Like, I don't know what is going through her mind, and it worries me a lot. Did you and Pat break up? I missed your guys' videos together. He's just not the person I thought he was. My eyes were open to his true colors. I don't know what's gonna happen to the channel. So this is her basically saying, yes, I'm very mad. And I'm gonna explain everything after, just so you guys know. Here's a pretty obvious text from her that we are dating, or we're dating. Good night, I hope you feel a bit better tomorrow. I missed spending time with you. This is when I was sick. We did have our Valentines together. And if this doesn't show that in February we had already been dating for months, then I don't know what else really can.
Pat next showcased screenshot messages of Elenni threatening that she was going to make a video telling her side of the story. Guess I'll be making a video to expose him. If he doesn't give me a good explanation, why is he creating drama for no reason? If he is gonna spew lies and talk me, I'll tell the truth about everything he's ever done. Pat went so far as to reveal just how erratic Elenni's behavior had become, sharing evidence that she had encouraged a fan on Instagram to attack his new girlfriend, and had even posted a fake negative review about her workplace in an apparent attempt to get her fired.
She said, you want to know who the gold-digging, home-wrecking bad person is? I'll tell you. And linked her Instagram just to tell someone to go hate on someone else. And that's not something that should ever be done. She should not be telling other people to go hate on other people. It's just not cool. Go attack her. At least she actually did something wrong. So I'm obviously going to write some nasty reviews on her eyelash extension applications, and if I ever see her rip out her probs break her horse nose, but she'll thank me later. Needs a nose job badly. The nasty Walmart fake nails need to go. Honestly, the baby teeth could probs use a busting anyways. She needs veneers. Who has bangs anyways? Hello, the 70s and 80s are long gone. And then here's her fake review. I don't believe she actually wrote this. I looked online just to make sure she did not write this, because this is a horrible thing to do to anybody.
Pat didn't stop at just one video. Determined to fully clear his name, he released several more videos addressing the situation with Elenni. In his next video, he revealed that Elenni had made false claims accusing him of cheating on her with his exes, which directly contradicted her earlier statement that they had never been in a relationship.
Yeah, he texted all of his old girls 24/7, and it caused a lot of problems, and that's why I was out. Well, one of the reasons, but the final deciding factor, and this is like, I don't know what's going on in her head, because literally I'm the one that broke up with her. He cheated, we broke up, he told me not to expose him. When did this happen?
Pat later described his relationship with Elenni, explaining how she was incredibly insecure about Pat being friends with other women, forcing him into either cutting off or blocking his female friends, something that deeply affected Pat. To support his claims, Pat enlisted 7 of his female friends to create videos vouching for him and reinforcing his side of the story.
So we had gone on dates prior to you guys meeting, but we never officially dated. And then we ended up as friends, and you told me you ended up meeting somebody, and y'all were talking seriously. And after that, like, I mean, you know, we were just friends, and that friendship line was never crossed. You were very respectful towards your relationship. And then all of a sudden, you just kind of disappeared off the face of the earth, and I was kind of like, okay, I guess. And then I was just like, I think this probably has something to do with this new relationship, and I was right, because you ended up not talking to me because you were trying to keep her happy.
In Pat's third video, he shared past messages exchanged between himself and Elenni, highlighting the toxic relationship that ultimately led to their breakup. Across the series of videos, Elenni's behavior came across as erratic and deeply troubling. Fans were left confused by her contradictory claims, denying the relationship altogether, and accusing Pat of cheating, despite previously stating they were never romantically involved. Many speculated Elenni was just seeking attention, as her actions were not at all justifiable. It was an unfortunate turn of events, especially considering Pat had once genuinely cared for her, even defending her in multiple videos when his fanbase was critical of her. Unfortunately, Pat's life did not continue to get easier. On May 7th, 2021, Pat introduced his new girlfriend Elizabeth in a video. She came across as kind and shy, and the two appeared to share an easygoing chemistry on screen.
Hey, what's up, dudes? It's Pat, and welcome back to another video. Today, I am joined by my girlfriend, Liz. I have a piece of paper with many different questions on it. Liz is a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit nervous. But we are going to have some fun, and the questions are great, so just be completely honest, okay, with every single thing. How does she feel about your YouTube career?
I think it's cool.
You think it's cool?
I do. I used to want to do YouTube.
But, like, when you found out that that's what I did, like, how did you feel about it?
I didn't believe you at first.
Okay, no one does. They're like, liar.
What seemed like the start of a healthier relationship quickly went south. On May 16th, Pat and Liz were both arrested on charges of domestic battery. According to Pat's statement to the police, the two had been drinking when an argument broke out, during which Liz allegedly hit him, damaged items in his home, and left in her car. He also disclosed that Liz was bipolar. Pat claimed that during intercourse, Liz told him to stop, and when he did, she responded by hitting and biting him. Officers who entered the residence reported finding a broken lamp, scattered chess pieces, scratches on Pat's shoulder, and bite marks on his arms. Liz's account differed. She stated that after drinking, she asked Pat to stop during intercourse, but he refused, prompting her to bite and scratch him. She also alleged that Pat slammed her to the ground. Police noted a red mark on Liz's arm and an abrasion on her knee. With conflicting stories and no witnesses, both were taken into custody. The charges were ultimately dropped on July 13th with a bond of $2,500. Once the incident became public, a wave of disappointment swept through Pat's fanbase, with some even going so far as to label him as an abuser. The situation escalated further when Pat's ex-wife Jen was seen liking a tweet that accused Pat of abusive behavior. She quickly responded with a clarification stating, "I do not use Twitter regularly, and when I was messaged about all this drama, I went on to see what was being said. By accident, I liked a tweet that is now being seen in a poor manner. Pat never in the 10 years we were together laid a hand on me. I just want to say this because I feel Pat is being unfairly portrayed. I apologize for adding more smoke to the fire, and I do not want to get involved, but do not believe everything you hear from people who know nothing of the situation." While all this was unfolding, Elenni reinserted herself into the drama by doxing Pat's home address without any clear justification. In response, Pat posted a tweet addressing his arrest and also called out Elenni's actions. "Don't believe everything you hear. I will need to address the false accusations soon. And Elenni, thanks for leaking my address and harassing me and Liz when she told you to stop posting about her and you refused. Oops, here's yours." Despite the troubling incident, Pat and Liz continue to appear together in videos. However, Pat's upload schedule noticeably slowed down, with new content only surfacing only every few months, and no clear reason given for the slowdown. While Pat and Liz's relationship was portrayed positively on camera, things were reportedly worsening behind the scenes. Around New Year's, photos surfaced on Instagram showing Pat at a strip club, surrounded by several dancers. Liz was noticeably absent from the images, sparking speculation among fans that he might have been cheating on her. However, no definitive conclusions were ever reached. Then in 2022, the most shocking story about Pat came to light. On May 2nd, 2022, Pat and Liz were involved in another police incident following an outing together. According to Liz, Pat became intoxicated during an event, and while she was driving home, he allegedly began punching her in the arm, though officers noted no visible injuries. Upon arriving home, Pat reportedly passed out from intoxication before entering the home. Fearing for her safety, Liz locked the doors to keep him out. She later claimed that Pat woke up holding a knife, admitted to slashing the car's tires, and threatened to harm himself if she didn't let him in. After unlocking the door, Liz said Pat chased her with the knife while screaming profanity, prompting her to flee into the street screaming for help. Pat denied any physical assault. He stated that after a verbal argument at an event, Liz became aggressive at home, hitting him and throwing objects at his face. While he initially didn't mention any injuries, he later claimed Liz had cut his arm, explaining he withheld that detail to avoid getting her in trouble. Now, officers did observe a small cut on his arm, but were unable to locate the alleged knife. A community security guard witnessed Pat chasing Liz down the street, although the guard didn't see a weapon. She confirmed Liz appeared visibly distressed and that Pat seemed threatening. Pat and Liz were both arrested on charges of domestic battery and assault with a deadly weapon without intent to kill. Both charges were dropped on May 19th, 2022, with the bond's first count being $25,000 and the second count being $5,000. It was an utterly disturbing situation with no clear indication of who instigated the conflict, much like the first incident. Sadly, things continue to spiral even further. In a TikTok video, Liz shared her story of being in a relationship with Pat, making a series of serious allegations. These included claims of physical abuse, failure to disclose sexual health history, destruction of her phone, causing a concussion, getting her pregnant, and allegedly threatening to spike her drink to induce an abortion, and severely impacting her mental health. However, Liz did not provide concrete evidence to support these accusations. She later posted a second TikTok featuring a secretly recorded argument between herself and Pat. It's worth noting that the context surrounding the recording remains unclear.
Literally, f you for getting mad at me for having some drugs on my phone. When you fucking have some that wants to go f***ing live with you. Go f***ing kill him if you f***ing care about me.
What? Don't touch me. Don't f***ing touch me.
From what it seemed, Pat and Liz obviously appeared to be caught in a deeply toxic cycle. Rather than ending their relationship for good, they repeatedly broke up and reconciled. After their history of arrests became public and Liz accused Pat of abusive behavior, Pat responded to the situation through a community post stating, "I want everyone to know I'm fine. I'm happily living with my girlfriend Liz. Things have been a bit crazy as seen over social media, but that is also part of things being blown out of proportion because of having a job over social media. I'd be lying if I said things have been perfect, but we are happy and I do have good friends in spite of what has been said over the news. I have to wait on talking about everything because of the corrupt legal system where I live, but I am fine. I live with Liz and Cloud and we're all okay. Life can be a bit crazy sometimes and because of that I need to wait to talk about everything. I just want to assure everyone that we are happy and small things can easily get blown out of proportion with social media." By this stage, Pat had largely ceased uploading content to his channel, with fans growing increasingly concerned about his absence and wondering when he might return. Pat eventually addressed the situation directly. "I'm really considering coming back. I don't need money or anything. I really genuinely miss it all a lot. I started because I loved it and it would make me happy. It would probably be with my friends. It wouldn't be with Jen. She has her own life. Money-wise, I was smart compared to most YouTubers. I invested my money. I don't need anything from anyone, not even close. I just want to entertain people and have a good time, which will make a lot of people happy." One might assume the controversy surrounding Pat had finally come to a close, but in reality, they were only just beginning. On November 6th, 2022, Pat and his friends Mike and Ethan were arrested, not for abuse-related charges this time, but for criminal conspiracy and breach of peace. After months of silence, Pat returned to his channel in September 2023 with a podcast featuring Ethan, where they recounted the events leading to the arrest. According to their story, Ethan had proposed a stunt. The trio would attend an NFL game, and he would jump onto the field with a football. Pat and Mike agreed. At the event, Ethan reportedly covered himself in Vaseline to evade security, but the plan failed when Ethan was caught. Pat and Mike, who were merely filming the incident, were also arrested due to their association with Ethan. The police report added another layer to the story. Officers allegedly discovered 2 small baggies in Mike's wallet, one testing positive for cocaine and the other for MDMA.
All of a sudden I get a phone call and he's like, "Pat," I'm like, "Dude, I haven't talked to you in forever." He's like, what do you think about jumping on the field of the football game tomorrow? I was like, I'm not sure. He's like, I'm gonna do it. And I was like, of course I'll go with you. And that is where my life went completely downhill compared to everyone online. This is where it got weird. Before he decided what he was gonna do, so we went to the bathroom. And that's when he was like, I want my whole body covered in Vaseline so that I could slip through anyone trying to grab me.
Slippery little snake.
So like, it was super weird. We covered his body in Vaseline. Dude, they stole our phones. They stole Ethan's phone, and he literally had nothing to show on his phone. So like, and they never got it. They literally threw our phones away. We never got them back. I lost every picture and video because they stole my phone. Okay, so after I gave my statement, then they kind of just like, I was hoping they weren't going to send me to jail, but then they put me back in the cop car, and then Mike joined me after. We got to ride the same cop car at least.
After spending 48 hours in custody and arguing with other prison inmates, Pat and his friends appeared before a judge. Footage of the hearing was picked up by the media and quickly went viral. They were released shortly thereafter.
Alright, Mr. Gionel. Good luck. That was a stupid thing you guys did yesterday.
Sorry.
Interestingly, by the time the podcast was released, Ethan was still entangled in legal issues, reportedly due to hiring a bad lawyer. While the situation was bizarre, many fans saw it as more humorous than serious, especially compared to Pat's previous arrests. However, viewers couldn't help but notice a dramatic change in Pat's appearance. Once fit and muscular, he now looked noticeably heavier and less healthy. At the end of the podcast, Pat announced that he and Mike would be launching additional podcast episodes on a separate channel. These new episodes featured stories of partying, drinking, and clubbing, marking a clear shift in Pat's lifestyle, from dedicated Minecraft content creator to someone immersed in the party life. His physical transformation raised genuine concern among fans. Unfortunately, this podcast comeback didn't signal a full return to regular content creation. Pat's final upload to his channel came in October 2023, titled Will Jen Be Back? In the video, he reflected on what had happened to Jen since he stopped regularly posting content. At that point, it had been 3 years since they had last appeared in a video together.
She lives like, she met this dude, they got married, and then she had a kid. So now they actually have a kid. So like the chance of recording now, like I can't even raise like myself and record. But raising a child and recording, you know how hard that would be? Like I see YouTubers doing it, but like there's no point really.
The last time Jen uploaded to her channel was March 30th, 2022. Jen stepped away from uploading not just because she had a child with someone else, but also because YouTube was never truly her passion. It was Pat's. Instead, she chose to pursue other career paths, and to this day, she and Pat remain on good terms.
I think people have to realize the thing is like YouTube was always like my idea, like that was my passion, and since we were together, it's something she did with me. So like now that we're not like, and she's financially stable, like it was never her thing she wanted to do for the rest of her life. Although she like loved it, she loves all the fans, but the chance of her doing that again is so low. She was talking about like, she was talking about, I don't even know if she wants me to say this, but whatever.
Oh my god.
She was talking about wanting to do like house staging because she likes interior design, like as a thing, like as work now, which I mean, I guess that could be fun.
Pat also revealed that he had more or less stepped away from YouTube, describing how his early success allowed him to retire in his 30s, with every day feeling like a blank slate and no clear purpose. He found himself drifting, an aimless routine that may have contributed to his turn toward drinking and partying.
If you retire at a young age, dude, you have nothing to do. Like, I mean, you can travel and stuff, but like not having any kind of work to do, like even my investments, they're like handled by other people. Like I invested my money to be smart, but also I'm still not doing anything with it. So it's like I have a free day every day. I don't have school, I don't have work, and like after a while you're like, dude, I gotta do something.
With curiosity swirling around Pat and Liz's relationship, many fans were left wondering what had truly transpired between them. Interestingly, Pat shared his story in a now deleted community post addressing Liz and the details surrounding their arrests. Elizabeth: this is not a PG post for anyone young listening. Please close out now, and do not criticize me, please, because I have a lot I held in for her benefit. It's been a long time coming, and everyone needs to know everything, and it has nothing to do with me trying to hurt you. It's for my own well-being. I need the support from my family, and my fans are my family, and there is a reason I haven't posted. You've posted about me hurting you, when I never hurt you. I went to jail twice, and there's been countless videos about me. I don't be hard on her. She has BPD, PTSD, and depression. My first arrest, she said I I hurt her. We had a night out at the bar, we're drinking, she got upset while we were making love and started breaking things, and I tried to hold her down to stop her. I had bites and scratches all over my body, and they arrested me because she was so messed up she was falling all over the ground and bleeding. They arrested her too. The second time she was arrested by herself for hurting me. The third time she was arrested again for drunk driving. The fourth time I was arrested because she was super drunk and trying to drive, and I was also doing the wrong thing, drinking. I popped the tires in both our cars, and they gave me a felony charge saying I assaulted her with a deadly weapon. She was also arrested, and she's been arrested with everyone she's ever been with and been in and out of the mental hospital. And I can't lie, I've done and said not very good things. But after a year of a woman you love cheating on you, beating me while we were on vacation, and leaving me on the opposite side of the country because I shushed her while she woke up drunk, it changes you. If you have a family in this situation, get them help. And I'm struggling so hard because she called me saying how she's been doing cocaine and other drugs and woke up in bed with another man. This is where I'm a problem. I've been so hurt, I've drank a crazy amount, especially when she told me that, and I won't lie and say I haven't been a jerk after it all. But who wouldn't? I drank so much I spent 2 days in the hospital in the last week and lost 15 pounds. I woke up shaking and laying on the floor crying, and all I got was a text from her calling me a liar. I'm posting this because you're my family, and I know this isn't the stuff a YouTuber is supposed to post, but I'm on the brink of falling into a void which I cannot escape, and I need support. Just know I love Liz, and you don't need to say anything bad to her. I'm just suffering so much. Please make sure she knows if I don't make it through this, that I'll watch over her forever. From these posts, it was obvious that Pat was in a horrible mental state. Fans became rightfully concerned for Pat that the police were eventually called to check up on him. I had a lot going on and feelings to get out, but someone called the police and they showed up at my parents' house where I used to live. I guess I made a mistake. I wasn't talking about hurting myself, I just needed to get some feelings out. To this day, it remains unclear who was truly at fault between Pat and Liz. Their entire relationship was a mess of he said, she said drama and unresolved accusations. What was undeniable, however, was how deeply unhealthy the dynamic had become. After Pat shared those messages on his community tab, he vanished once again from the online world, ceasing all activity across his social platforms. Until 2024. On March 20th, around midnight, police were dispatched following a report of a man sleeping on the sidewalk in a residential area of Jacksonville, Florida.
Hi there. I just came home from picking my sister up at the airport, and there's a man kind of laying in the road.
Any drink or drugs, weapons involved that you know of?
I do not know.
Do you think he's trying to harm himself?
I think he might be dead, or I don't know.
When officers arrived, they found a man asleep on the sidewalk in the chilly 45-degree weather. Upon waking him up, body cam footage revealed the individual to be Pat, who appeared to be heavily intoxicated.
You had a bit too much drink tonight, man?
Yeah,
you're good?
You live here?
Yeah. Where do you live?
Let's see what some of these.
I can't hear you, man.
I had a lot of seals left, sorry.
You had a lot of what?
See something across.
That alcohol, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just sorry, bro.
Do you live around here?
Yeah, do you want to say it?
Do you have like an ID on you by chance?
Okay. See,
well, I just want to make sure you get home safe, that's all.
Yeah, I got it. Sorry, I didn't even see it. I'm so sorry.
The officers instructed Pat to call an Uber to get home, but he realized his phone battery was dead. While one officer went back to the patrol car to retrieve a charger, the other remained with Pat and suggested he sit in the police vehicle to stay warm. Once inside, the officer searched Pat's bag and discovered a pot of under 20 grams of marijuana along with several bottles of fireball whiskey.
I just got to pat you down before you go inside my car. Place your phone right there.
I'm gonna glove up before I start touching weed and a ton of fireball. Homie is messed up. Bruh. That's why I asked. I knew.
Recreational marijuana is not legal in Florida, it is only legal medicinally. This being the case, the police officers questioned Pat on why he possessed the drug.
So, what about the weed in the bag? Well, let me enlighten you here. This weed in the bag. The nice little jar.
It's a candle jar. It's not a regular, there's no prescription, no nothing.
Yeah. It's not like you got this on like a med card, because that doesn't come like that. So, what's up?
At that point, the police decided to put Pat under arrest. They ordered him out of the car to place him in handcuffs, but after exiting the car, Pat tried making a run for it.
We're not doing this.
Alright, Kilo 261, fighting one. Kilo 261, fighting one.
Stop resisting. Stop resisting. I said we're good already. I said we're good. Okay. Stop. I said we're good already. Why do you keep Why do you keep saying stop? When I said good. Stop.
Just face down.
I said we're good, buddy. I said we're good. Easy. I said I'm good. Get your ass up. I have an open unit.
When the body cam footage was released, it quickly went viral, prompting numerous commentary YouTubers to cover the story on their channels. Fans were devastated to see PopularMMOS, once a widely admired and successful content creator, in such a troubling state. The contrast between his former reputation and his descent into alcoholism was deeply heartbreaking. After getting arrested, Pat pled guilty in November and received 12 months of probation and 100 hours of community service. In December, he violated his probation as he apparently tested positive for MDMA/ecstasy, cocaine, and benzodiazepines. After failing, Pat's excuse was, "I was given a substance I was not aware what was in it when intoxicated. At a party I took a pink pill and I don't know what was in it because I was drinking, so that's, I guess, why I tested positive." Pat was then arrested in his home on February 2nd, 2025 for violation of probation, going to jail for 19 days. On February 20th, Pat was ordered to complete rehab, completing it on March 26th. He then violated probation again on April 23rd by testing positive for marijuana and alcohol. Whilst at the office, Pat showed signs of being under the influence. His voice was slurred and he was having trouble filling out his monthly reporting sheet. His reaction time was slow in his responses to the officer's questions. A random urinalysis was given due to his behavior and he tested positive for marijuana and alcohol. Pat stated that he had a marijuana medical card, although he failed to provide the officer documentation of it. He also filled out a positive drug usage statement form advising he had taken 6 shots of Fireball around 9 AM that morning and that afternoon. Pat then violated his probation again on May 19th by testing positive for marijuana. When at the office, he stated, "I had about 10 shots of Fireball earlier today and I do have a problem with drinking and I know I need help." All of this information was made public through police reports and it was heartbreaking to see Pat in such a state. After 5 years of ongoing drama involving his relationships, it felt as though he just couldn't catch a break. Yet, against the odds, something positive finally happened in his life. In September, Pat posted on his community tab, "Looks like I'm out of jail and rehab and over 100 days sober. Been a rough year, but I'm finally back in shape and healthy mentally and physically. I've cut a lot of people out of my life to work on my sobriety and anxiety. I have tons of thanks for my amazing girlfriend and friends who helped me through the hardest times of my life. I appreciate you all for being here for me too. I've had to relearn doing everything sober and it's amazing to still have fans coming up to me when I go out." Pat later shared a video on his third TikTok account opening up about his journey to sobriety. To everyone's surprise, he appeared noticeably healthier and more physically fit than before.
Alright guys, so as you know, I've been sober for about 120 days now, and one thing I know is alcohol is going to be around me my entire life. Nothing I can do about it, I can't run away, and I'm going to do something no one recommends you do. I bought some alcohol, actually my drink of choice, Fireball. And what I'm going to do is teach myself not to want it when I see it. This is actually surprisingly hard to do, but I'm teaching myself to say no to alcohol. I have to say goodbye, sweet friend. This is going down the sink, by the way. There's not a bowl down there catching it, which you're going to see in a second, once I get this all out of here. And, yeah, guys.
Pat then further posted on his Instagram images of himself looking mentally and physically better. "Believe it or not, I'm out of jail and rehab and sober for over 100 days and back in decent shape. Life is looking pretty good and I have a wonderful girlfriend and supportive friends. If you're in my life in the last few years and haven't heard from me, I was plagued by addiction and you likely didn't really know me. After being released, I've started to relearn how to function sober and haven't reached out to very many people yet since I've been working on my anxiety issues and being sober." After over a year of not uploading, Pat returned to his channel with a video titled "Alcohol Destroyed My Life." In it, he shared a raw comparison between his mental and physical condition back in January and his current more stable state. Pat explained that his struggle with alcoholism became subtle. He started going out more frequently and drinking gradually became a regular part of his routine. What began as a way to have fun eventually turned into something he depended on.
But basically, this is how it started. Normal dude. Took my first drink at like 30, which is crazy. And you know, I was having fun, going on dates. I would have some drinks. Then it just kind of snowballed. It started kind of slow until it went boom. I drank a ton. It started slow. It started me just drinking with friends, and you know, we'd all drink about like the same amount of alcohol. I'm really competitive. The competitive part of me may have contributed to some of the alcoholism as well, where all of a sudden, like, instead of drinking like a few drinks, all of a sudden I'm drinking 20 drinks, 30 drinks, 40 drinks. It really snowballed to the point where I would be drinking like 3 bottles of alcohol a day.
Pat revealed that the past 2 years of his life had been consumed by drinking, repeated arrests, and even time spent in a mental hospital. The toll of alcohol on his body and mind was so severe his memory had deteriorated to the point where he couldn't recall entire weeks. He also shared that he had developed agoraphobia, a condition marked by intense fear of places or situations that might trigger panic, feelings of entrapment, or embarrassment. At his lowest, he spent months isolated in hotel rooms, relying solely on food deliveries. The turning point came after several hospital visits, when doctors diagnosed him with pancreatitis, an inflammation of the pancreas, and warned that his liver was failing. They told him bluntly, if he continued down the same path, he might only have weeks left to live. That stark reality pushed Pat to finally make a change.
And for those wondering, the reason I stopped is because I realized I didn't have long to live. I probably, with the way things were going, and how downhill things were, I probably didn't have more than a couple weeks before I would be dead. And I'm definitely not ready to leave this world, and I hope none of you guys are either.
Pat concluded the video by sharing his intention to create more content focusing on personal stories and experiences from the past 2 years of his life. This really gave me anxiety to even post. It feels embarrassing to let myself get so far gone, but it felt like I had no control with the constant withdrawals, depression, and sickness it brought me. But if my journey can help just one person, then that's good enough for me. Substances are no joke, and this only briefly shows how poorly I was doing. Join me for this journey, and I believe we can all live our best lives. I'll be on TikTok and Instagram as well. Love you guys. Thanks for always being supportive even when things had gone crazy. Fans celebrated as Pat finally pulled through. After years marked by controversy, substance abuse, and run-ins with the law, he managed to turn his life around. While many YouTubers who fall from grace rarely make a successful return, Pat defied the odds. He rose to fame, faded into turmoil, and then made an extraordinary comeback, becoming a source of inspiration for countless others. His journey serves as a powerful reminder that no matter how far one falls, it's never too late to rebuild and reclaim your life. As of 2025, things appear to be looking up for him. PopularMMOS, once a beloved gaming creator who spiraled into addiction, has now emerged as a symbol of hope. Hey guys, this is Kluster. Thank you very much for watching this video. Before I post a video, I post on my community tabs hints for people to guess what the next video is going to be on, and whoever guesses right gets a shout out. So today's shout out goes to Eclipse 5s for guessing it was going to be on PopularMMOS. So yeah, again, thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing, and as always, join the Clown Empire.